Get off Blue Sky because you know what it feels like? Being on Blue Sky feels like old mob bosses pining the good old days. It feels like the end of Goodfellas when Henry Hill's like, I'm a schnook. Like, these people are so narcissistic and so used to having everything handed to them while thinking they have it so hard and are so talented and so brilliant. And they do not accept this premise, which is absolutely true. The same capital elites who put you in these positions did so because you failed moral tests. You failed moral tests, you raped babies with Epstein, you raped girls, you did evil shit. And they said this will be a good person to highlight and uplift. So when the day comes that we steamroll the country, the people will look to these people and know they don't represent me. They just want to be an elite club and they're mad that in the new world, the world where you just virtue signal is over, where you just say how bad slavery was, the rule of law, and people know you don't mean it. We all saw the Epstein files. Every single one of them would have been the liberal Democrat, right? The reason in American Psycho they made him virtue signal is because at the time that movie was made, that's what everyone was doing. And you're one of them. You are one of them. You don't have ethics, right? You do not believe the shit you say. And the people know it, right? So if you're the common person, right? And this is why the capitalists did this, why they made Epstein, why everything was done was done. So when the people look around and they see not one of these motherfuckers actually believes what they say, it's just some of them haven't went MAGA, but they don't believe what they say. You don't really believe this shit. You absolutely don't. You do not believe in rule of law for the elites. You do not believe in any of this crap you're pretending to. They know it, and you got your spot for that reason because you failed moral tests and shit like what was done to me and Epstein too. I'm pretty sure these were connected. It's this the private billionaire scam where the government intelligence uses a private billionaire pretense of purchasing something or services or whatever to do a more complex intelligence operation. These plots were run on the Democrats to find the weakest people and give them perks, right? So we're at the logical end conclusion of you failing these tests. Yeah, you have a spot at the New York Times and you're a New York Times bestseller list, but the people know you're fake. They don't believe you. And so if you're a regular person, you're like, well, I guess liberalism's over. I guess they can do whatever they want like dictators. You're just not going to care that much because you know that people on the other side are just as fake, just as exclusive and oppressive, but all they produce is rants about slavery. Like, why do I care about that? At least these other people are producing shit like AI. Can you blame the people for not caring? And this is the thing, because they're narcissists, they don't accept that premise. They're like, no, I am a good person. I am defend. It's like, you're not, though. You failed every CIA test they gave you. Everyone. You failed the CIA test that the CEO of Alphabet, literally named Alphabet because it's the government, wants you to rape people. You failed the test of Epstein. You failed every test. You passed not a single moral test because if you did, you wouldn't be where you are, right? So why you're so surprised that the people just don't care about your shit and you interpret it as they don't like my ideas. And it's like, no, extensively it's because they know you're not real. This is exactly why Democrats can't get anyone elected, right? And the only hope Democrats have to ever win an election again, I'm going to tell you this, is to do what Trump did and pretend he's an out of the box maverick revolution. But since you're all beholden to the capital elites and you can't do that, even though that's obviously the winning strategy, because the people know you're all corrupt. They know you all rape kids. They know you don't believe when you stand up here and talk about Lincoln and slavery, they know you don't mean it. They know that's not for you. That's for everybody else, right? So your only hope at this point from ever getting power again, going back to the world where you could just be told you're better than everybody else for saying I don't like this, is if you do what the corporates did and make a fake revolution. Because that's what they did. That's why people like Trump, because Trump fooled them that he's not connected to these elites. He's not a globalist. He's going to fight for the average American. So you're going to need to do that, right? And but you won't because you're so arrogant that you literally don't think you have to even convince the people, right? And you operate in this stupid logic like everybody good and decent knows I'm right and is on my side, so I don't have to do that. It's like you are where you are because you're incompetent. You're totally fucking incompetent and you're morally weak. And when you look at your check, you're looking at, I got this because I helped destroy America. I failed. I failed every moral test. I cannot cajole the people, not because they're bad, but because I am. I want you to say that in the mirror because it's absolutely true.